Hello, welcome to American Baker in Germany, where the ingredients are German and the baker is American. I'm Michelle, and today we are continuing our Baking Basics series, and we're talking about how to melt and temper chocolate. It's a little bit tricky, but I'll walk you through it. Let's get started.
Anybody who has ever had this happen when melting chocolate knows how finicky chocolate can be. This state of chocolate is called seizing. This is when the chocolate gets thick and chunky, and it is very difficult to come back from this stage. It's not impossible, but we're not talking about how to save seized chocolate today. Today, we are trying to avoid it. Another thing that is easy to do is to burn your chocolate. Neither of these conditions is ideal. Another thing you want to consider is how to temper chocolate. Tempering chocolate is necessary if you want your chocolate to set up hard again. Anyone who has used high-quality chocolate with few stabilizers know that it won't set up properly if it's not tempered. So let's look at how to melt and temper chocolate properly. Chocolate melts by the application of two things, heat and agitation or stirring. So to make it easier to melt, you're going to want to chop your chocolate into small pieces. They don't have to be tiny, but you don't want any giant chunks either. Just to make sure we are able to temper our chocolate later, I am setting aside about a quarter to a third of the chocolate I'm going to melt. There are two main ways of melting chocolate, either in a double boiler on the stove or in the microwave. Please never melt chocolate in a pot on the stove because that gets too hot and will most likely burn your chocolate. Use a double boiler or the microwave. If you choose to use the microwave as I'm using today, turn the power down to half power or defrosting mode. Mine is 250 watts. Melt your chocolate in short bursts of no more than 30 seconds at a time. Each time, take the chocolate out of the microwave and stir it before putting it back in. This will cool the chocolate slightly each time. Don't worry, that's exactly what we want. You see, if chocolate gets too warm, it will burn. This happens really fast. So cooling it between microwaving it is necessary if we want to keep it from burning. The stirring is also important. Gentle heat and lots of motion. If you do this gently enough, this will temper the chocolate without even needing to do anything else or add anything to the chocolate. When I was first learning how to temper chocolate, I wanted someone to tell me how much of what to add to temper the chocolate. However, it's not that simple. There are some things that help if you've gone really overboard in the melting process and melted it really runny without burning it, but in my opinion, the best way is to keep it from happening in the first place. Gentle heat. Don't get it too hot. Now our chocolate has heated really gently and is runny enough to make the chocolates I want to make. However, in the event that you have heated yours too hot and the chocolate is super runny, which is very common if you melt it in a double boiler, one way to temper it is to add that unmelted chocolate we set aside earlier. Just throw in the rest of the chocolate and stir until melted. If the chocolate's not hot enough to melt it completely, put it in the microwave at half power in 15-second bursts, stirring well between. And the result should be perfectly tempered chocolate that will set up without any problems. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial today. For more cakes and tutorials, visit our website at americanbakeringermany.com. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Subscribe for more tutorials.